Hey everybody, it's Miss Hill, your friendly school psychologist, here to talk about the zones of regulation. The Zones of Regulation is the social emotional learning program that we use at Swift Creek to help students with self-regulation. Now, self-regulation is just being aware of your thoughts and your feelings and your physical body. When we're aware of those things, we can manage our thoughts and feelings by making certain choices that result in more appropriate behavior for different situations. The zones of regulation identifies 4 different zones, and based on energy levels, state of alertness, emotions, and kind of general control over our bodies. And we all experience all of the zones. We have at all point felt mad or sad or frustrated or happy. And it's perfectly okay to be in any of these zones. What we want to aim for is to help children and students regulate their emotions in their bodies so that they can be in a more comfortable state for the majority of the time, and ready to learn. So the red zone is when we're feeling extremely high states of alertness or pretty intense feelings like anger, panic, elation, like being really excited you can't control yourself. And this is certainly a time when we're not in control of our body. Our energy levels are super high, and we have a hard time making decisions or calming down from this sometimes. The blue zone is the opposite end of the spectrum when we're feeling really low states of alertness. We're moving kind of slowly and lethargically. We might feel sad or tired, bored, or even sick. Our energy levels are low, and we might need something to get our energy levels up in order to regulate. The yellow zone is when we're feeling slightly elevated states of alertness or emotion. So this is when we're feeling stressed, frustrated, anxious, confused. Even when we're feeling really excited or maybe even silly a little bit, we're starting to lose control of our bodies, and our energy level is starting to creep up a little bit. So we're not quite out of control yet, but we might be getting there. And then the green zone is when we're in a regulated state of alertness. We're in control of our body. We're able to focus and listen to what's being said. We're content or happy or calm. And we use the phrase ready to learn a lot at school too. So, because we all feel all of the emotions and are within the different zones at different times, we check in with students by using the phrase, I am in the blank zone, I am feeling blank. And you can see that down at the bottom of the visual on the left. Teachers will be using this visual. We keep it posted in every classroom or office space at school, and we really encourage you to hang it up in whatever space your child will be doing school at home. Your child can point to the visuals if they're not feeling like they can share the emotion or the words, or if they're out of control and need some kind of extra supported visuals to help them communicate. So, for example, today I'm in the yellow zone, and I'm feeling a little bit nervous about being recorded talking about zones of regulation. So that's an example. Thanks for letting me share that with you. And we also try and encourage students and teach students how to use tools to help self-regulate. And different tools are helpful for different zones. Though there's no right or wrong tool, some students may use high energy tools like exercising or going for a run when they're in the blue zone because they want to get their heart rate up and energy up, while other students might choose to use those while they're in the red zone to get some of that excess energy out. Things like taking a break and talking to an adult, taking deep breaths, swinging, listening to music, those are all great tools that can be used in any context. And certainly when you're in the green zone, you can continue to use tools like writing thank you letters or thinking happy thoughts or doing something on a task list. And certainly your family will have tools and regulating strategies that you use within your family that you can tie into this during virtual learning, and maybe even share with your teacher. And the Zones of Regulation is a program that was written and created by Leah, I'm going to say her name wrong, Cupers, and she's an occupational therapist, and it's a really great tool, and this is where we got all of our information from.